Hello. Cut off? What do you mean? I've actually memorized most of this. I've only played through it once though, so I might have forgotten it all. I don't know. Voice acting, please. I'm not gonna do me yet. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without it. I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case was a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart, and that I owe him one. Which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and consciously. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Larry Butts. defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name?
Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... wait. No way. I forgot, I'm drawing a total blank here. It's low. Okay. Better. Phoenix or... I'm not gonna do it. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine going on. I can't do all this. Wait a second. Oh, I know why it's bad. I need to turn down my computer volume.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Mia Fey?
Let me ask that one again. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because I don't feel relaxed. That's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention! You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What is it to you, anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas, and with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income.
It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
You can clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right? I don't think you want to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in the wrong directions.
Should I? Whoa, stop slowing down. What the hell? What the hell's going on? Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did. Well, maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he won. What do I do? I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog.
See, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you.
I get a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers in the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sod to the stand. Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions? Is that correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Swit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
Now, Mr. Wright,